everybody. How is it going? Ow, I stepped on something sharp and it stabbed my foot. I'm going to share this in a couple groups. There we go. Click, click. Already done. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, so after our little chat about blame yesterday, and then I realized that some people are dealing with low self-confidence. Yeah, I don't know. If you're dealing with low self-confidence, I don't know, like it, put a 1, I don't know. Make yourself known. Hey, Bradley. But yeah, so I feel like a lot of people are dealing with low self-confidence, which is why I decided to make this video. Self-confidence, how to boost it to start making better decisions and loving yourself again. Okay, so let me get started. Hi, I am Bradley Biggs-Pomeroy. I am a self-love mindset coach and a spiritual healer. I empower women to love themselves so that they heal their relationships with their partners, their children, their higher power. And yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's my whole mission here. So today's chat, like I said, about self-confidence. Yes. The dictionary says that self-confidence is, let me see, a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment. Trust. Now, how many of you out there in internet land are dealing with trust issues? Seriously, raise your hand. Let me know. Let me see them. And yeah, trust issues. So it's not necessarily that you don't trust your boyfriend, you don't trust your parents, you don't trust your friends, you don't trust society. It's more about, it starts with you, which is why I empower women to first love themselves. And when you love yourself, it transmutes into other relationships. So when you learn how to trust yourself, when you have self-confidence, it then flows and trickles into everything else, every other aspect to your life. You know how they say to go within? Well, yeah, you're going to need to start trusting yourself and your judgments and your intuition. Trust yourself first. But how does one do that? That's where this video comes in. Yay! So remember when you were little and you might have stubbed your toe and somebody looked at you and was like, oh, that doesn't hurt. Walk it off. Stop crying. No, and they totally devalued your feelings. That kind of speech is extremely damaging because it teaches children to, number one, not trust what they're feeling. And if hey Ashley, if your kid says that it hurts, trust them. Believe them. Don't tell them that it doesn't. Because they have to learn to trust their own instincts. If they say it hurts, believe them. Like my son. One time we were coming in from taking out the grocery, or bringing the groceries in, and it was raining, and he was like, ow, 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 ow. And I was like, does it hurt you? And he was like, yes, Mom, it hurts. And I was in my head, I just wanted to be like, it doesn't hurt. Stop it. Calm down, And then I thought about it. I thought about other cues my son had been giving me. And I realized that my son is extra sensory. He's very sensitive to taste, to sights, to sounds, to noise. So of course the rain to me, which is refreshing, to him is pinpricks, 1,000 of them. So it's important, and I'm not in his skin. I can't tell him what to feel. And it's important to realize that I don't have control over his feelings and what he's going through. So instead of being sit down, shut up, it doesn't, just do what I say, it takes me as a parent to step back, to breathe, and to realize that my son is experiencing something different than what I am, and that is okay. That's also a way to help your kids boost their self-confidence, right? Validate their feelings. You don't have to agree with their feelings. Hi, Dorothy. You don't have to agree with their feelings, but validating them, helping them realize that what they're going through is okay, and then it's just, instead of being no, it doesn't, because that creates some kind of dissonance within them, and then they go to act out. But anyway, that's how you help your kids boost their self-confidence. What about you? Number one, it's important to think about yourself, to visualize yourself as you would like yourself to be. Because contrary to popular belief, if you're not consciously thinking of yourself in a good way, you're probably thinking of yourself in a very negative and bad way. Okay? If you're not like, okay, I'm a great, like for me, I'm a business owner, I'm a mom, I've got all these great things going on, you know, I'm smart enough, I'm capable enough, I have the confidence, I'm doing great, you know, if I'm not consciously thinking these things, then I'm like unconsciously thinking, I'm not doing enough, I'm failing at this, like, or whatever it is that's going through my head. I really do work toward maintaining, keeping a healthy, positive image of myself in my head. Number two, hi Elizabeth, thanks for joining me. Do one thing that scares you every day. Every day, okay? The best way to like deal with fear is to, instead of like running from it, we're all like, ah, you know, have you ever had those dreams where you're like running because like something is chasing you? The best way to deal with fear is to stop in your tracks, turn around, and look it dead in the fucking face, okay? Everybody feels fear. Millionaires, successful people, people you think like have it all together, everybody feels fear. The difference is the successful person doesn't allow their life to be dictated by it. And like, here's the idea. You are driving a car, right? Fear is in the back seat, but you are at the driver's wheel. Fear is going to say, take a left here because you don't want to go up there. It's really scary. You don't know what you're doing. And most people will take that left. But it's up to you. You are driving. It's up to you to say, shut the hell up, no backseat drivers, and continue on your path. It's up to you. It's your choice. Okay? You have the option to not listen to fear. So that's exactly what you must do. Do something scary every day. Number three, question your inner critic. And like, you know you're not your thoughts, right? You are the awareness of your thoughts. Your thoughts are just, they come and they go, but you are so much more than that, so much greater than that. So when a thought creeps in your head about how you're too fat, you're too silly, you're too dumb, or too much, or even the other way, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not happy enough, bleh, okay? Whenever you get one of these thoughts that creeps up in your head, you have it within yourself to question them. Okay? Is this true? Is this real? Is this an accurate representation of what's going on? Or is this just my inner critic being an ass again? Like, when you do that, you create space between you and your thoughts. And when you create space, you give them room to pass by instead of getting bogged down and like, if you're not giving them space, you like feel attached to them and then you like interact with them. Whereas if you don't move and you're like, oh, that's just a thought. And the thought passes, okay? Thoughts pass. Remember that. Number four, care for yourself. You want to boost your self-confidence? Take care of yourself. Look, if you don't have time to take care of yourself or do for yourself, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Literally. Self-confidence is a mixture of feeling good, of looking good, of doing well, or like the feeling of doing well in a social environment. Make time, carve time, create time to do for you. Because when you spend time with yourself, you'll love yourself. When you know yourself, you'll love yourself. Because what's not to love? And when you start loving yourself and loving on yourself, you might get a lot of love back, okay? And number five, create personal boundaries and stick with them. Learn to say no. I talk about boundaries a lot because I remember what it was like to not have boundaries, and I have boundaries now. And let me tell you, they work out beautifully. You teach others how to treat you. You are the one that's holding the power here. No one else does. So once you realize that you have control over your life, over what people can say and do to you, for you, your self-confidence soars through the roof. We have low self-confidence when we don't believe we have choices. We just let everybody else make our choices for us. But we have high self-confidence when we realize that life is what we make it. So we can consciously choose what we want it to be. So yeah, let's briefly run over those again. Self-confidence boosters. Number 1, visualize or think about yourself as you would like yourself to be. Number 2, do one thing that scares you every day. Every day. Number 3, question your inner critic. Number 4, care for yourself. And number 5, create personal boundaries. All right? So, right now, I'm actually helping one of my clients with her, boost her self-confidence. I'm giving her 10 ways to boost her self-confidence, but I decided to give you all a little taste here. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you. I really want to keep these short, and I want them to be less than 20 minutes. But we'll see what happens. That's why instead of giving you the full 10, I gave you 5. Here you go. Oh, my lamp just turned off. Light workers. Okay, so check out my schedule page to get some deep healing. My name is Bradley Biggs-Pomeroy. I'm a self-love mindset coach and a spiritual healer. I empower women to love themselves so that it helps their relationships, it heals their relationships with their partners, their children, and their higher power. And for the next 8 days, I'm offering a full hour energy clearing plus a soul's journey card reading for $133. Yay! Clean out your energetic body, create space for positive life experiences, start drawing things to you that you really want in life, and learn more about your current life lesson all in one session. All my services are currently just one session. After the 20th, they're going to be available in 4-session bundles, okay? So let me help you feel better. Yay! I love you. Thank you for being present to your transformation. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow.